Hey there! In this month's edition of Newsweek International dated March 12, 2021, there was an article that looked at the best 100 hospitals on Earth. With COVID-19, getting the best medical care that you can get from where you are based matters most. 4 in America, 1 in Germany, 1 in Canada, 1 in Sweden, 1 in Israel and 1 in Switzerland. There were notable mentions of other hospitals in France, Switzerland, Denmark, and Japan. Top of the list at number 1 is the Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. It is followed by Cleveland Clinic in Ohio and Massachusetts General Hospital. If you are located outside of US and closer to Europe, Toronto General Hospital and Charité Universitätsmedizin in Berlin would be the place to go. The little red dot in Asia, Singapore with Singapore General Hospital is the best of the rest in Asia. If you are looking for more information on the top 10 general hospitals worldwide, continue listening on as we go through the article. Mayo Clinic, Rochester, Minnesota. Founded in Rochester, Minnesota, in 1889 by a group of physicians that included brothers William and Charles Mayo, the clinic now has dozens of locations in 5 states and around the world. The original Rochester location, which now employs about half of Mayo's more than 60,000 employees, developed a reputation for excellence in treating complex illnesses, through its pioneering team approach and emphasis on research alongside treatment. In February, Mayo surgeons in Minnesota performed successful liver transplant surgery on a college athlete who was also suffering from COVID-19, the first known operation of its kind. MayoClinic.org. Cleveland Clinic. Cleveland, Ohio. Now in its 100th year, Cleveland Clinic has grown to include 18 hospitals with 6,000 beds and more than 220 outpatient locations in the US and around the world. In 2019, Cleveland Clinic treated 2.4 million patients, with 309,000 admissions and observations, 255,000 surgeries and other procedures and 10 million outpatient visits. The Cleveland campus has been a leader in cardiology and heart surgery since the 1950s, and important advances were made in coronary bypass surgery during the 1960s. It is now home to a leading uterine transplant clinical trial, and in 2019, was the first hospital in the world to deliver a baby from a uterus transplanted from a deceased donor. My.clevelandclinic.org. Massachusetts General Hospital. Boston, Massachusetts. Massachusetts General was founded in 1811, and is the first and largest teaching hospital of Harvard Medical School and a leading research hospital. The efficacy of ether as a general anesthetic for surgery was first publicly demonstrated in the hospital's Ether Dome Surgical Theater in 1846. Currently it has 9,500 researchers working on 138 projects. The hospital now has about 1,000 beds and admits about 50,000 patients per year. MassGeneral.org. Toronto General Hospital. Toronto, Canada. Founded in 1819, Toronto General is now the flagship of the University Health Network, which also includes Toronto Western Hospital, the Princess Margaret Cancer Centre, Toronto Rehabilitation Institute and the Michener Institute of Education. In 1922, insulin was developed and first clinically used at Toronto Hospital. In 1986, the first double lung transplant was performed here. TGH is the largest transplant center in North America. In 2020, it had 456 beds and had more than 56,000 visits to its emergency room. uhn.ca/our-hospital/tgh. The Johns Hopkins Hospital, 5 Baltimore, Maryland. The Johns Hopkins Hospital was founded in 1889 in Baltimore and has had a central role in the history and development of American medical education. Among other firsts, in 1966 Johns Hopkins became the first hospital in the U.S. to perform male-to-female sex reassignment surgery. Today the hospital has more than 2,400 full-time attending physicians, more than 1,000 beds and admits more than 43,000 patients annually. HopkinsMedicine.org. Charité Universitätsmedizin in Berlin, Germany. The hospital was founded in 1710 when bubonic plague threatened Berlin and is now one of the largest university hospitals in Europe, affiliated with Humboldt University and Free University Berlin. Researchers here developed the first diagnostic test to identify the COVID-19 coronavirus, and Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny was treated here for poisoning in August 2020. Across its 4 Berlin campuses, the hospital now has 3,000 beds, 4,000 scientists and doctors and more than 4,500 nurses and caregivers. www.charite.de. Karolinska University Hospital 7 Karolinska, Sweden. This hospital, with about 15,800 employees and 1,600 beds, is affiliated with the Karolinska Institute, which was founded in 1810 by King Carl XIII as a school for military surgeons. Today it is one of the largest and most prestigious medical schools in the world. The facility incorporates 2 children's hospitals and is known for its specialties in reproductive medicine, fetal medicine, surgery, urology, and neurosurgery. Karolinska.se/en/Karolinska-University-Hospital. Singapore. General Hospital. Singapore. The oldest and largest hospital in this city-state, Singapore General is a teaching hospital for medical undergraduates and postgraduates and for the advanced training of specialist doctors and nurses. It was founded 1821 and now includes Singapore National Eye Centre, the National Heart Centre Singapore, the National Cancer Centre Singapore and the National Dental Centre Singapore. The hospital has about 1,700 beds, total staff of 9,900 and sees over 1 million patients a year. sgh.com.sg. Centre Hospitalier Universitaire Vaudois. Lausanne, Switzerland. Affiliated with the Faculty of Biology and Medicine at the University of Lausanne as well as the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, Lausanne University Hospital is one of 5 university hospitals in Switzerland. Located on the shore of Lake Geneva, the 1,568-bed hospital is a part of the large cluster of companies, research centers, and treatment facilities in the region that has been dubbed Switzerland's Health Valley. It treats more than 78,000 people per year. LausanneUniversityHospital.com/home. Sheba Medical Center. Ramat Gan, Israel. The Sheba Medical Center at Tel HaShomer, near Tel Aviv, is Israel's largest hospital. It was founded in 1948 as the country's first military hospital. Today, it has 159 medical centers and clinics, 1,425 physicians, 2,740 nurses, more than 2,000 beds and treats more than 1 million patients a year. Its facilities include an acute care hospital, a rehabilitation hospital, a women's hospital, a children's hospital, an eating disorders clinic, a post-traumatic stress disorder clinic for soldiers and an outpatient clinic. Its research specialties include cardiology, cancer, brain diseases, obstetrics and gynecology, genetics and medical education. www.shebaonline.org